Hello and welcome to CWTC Get Connected Community Podcast, where we share experiences, promote services and raise awareness about important issues affecting our local communities. Today we're going to focus on carers and the vital role they play across Oldham. Many people support a family member, friend or neighbour without always recognising themselves as a carer. Caring can be rewarding, but it can also be challenging, and it is important that people know help and support is available. We are joined by today Jennifer Cocker from Oldham Council, who leads on carers and partnerships. In this episode, we will explore what it means to be a carer and the support available. Jennifer, welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
I'm really good, thank you.
Excellent. Tell us about your career and your education.
Yep, so I've worked with carers for a really long time, I think around 15 years, so within a voluntary organisation in Burnley where I work with young carers, and then moving over to different local authorities and found myself here in Oldham.
Excellent. And what do you think of Oldham?
I think it's great. I'm really enjoying it. I've been here since December, and everybody I've met, services, carers, people within the local authority, really positive, really want to make changes, work together. So I think it's been a really great experience so far.
Great people to work with.
Yeah, definitely.
And lots of opportunities as well.
Absolutely.
So tell us, what do we mean by a carer? And, who might this be?
Yeah. So a carer is anybody that is looking after somebody. That could be your husband, your wife, your partner, parents, siblings, as I mentioned before, young carers who might be looking after a parent at home. It's anybody, a friend, a neighbour, somebody where you're going above and beyond and it might be impacting you in terms of what care you're giving them.
Yeah. So it can be adults and young people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Age, it doesn't matter. If you're a carer, you're a carer. So what sort of things might a carer be doing to help the person they are caring for?
It changes really for everybody. Everybody's story is different and everyone's caring experience is different.
Yes.
Some people might have done it for the last 40 or 50 years. You might be looking at a parent with a child with a learning disability, for example, and that role might have been going on for since that child was born. Some people might find themselves in a new caring role. They might not even know what a carer is, and it could be that you're doing the shopping. It could be that you're taking somebody to appointments, talking on their behalf, so helping with translating, things like that. You could be doing personal care, so helping somebody in and out of the shower, washing themselves, helping to clip the toenails, things like that. Or it could be that you're offering real emotional support. We often find that where somebody might be caring for somebody with a drug and alcohol problem or a mental health problem. There's a lot of making sure that person's okay. Have they taken the medication? Have they gone to the doctor's appointment? How are they feeling that day? So it varies from person to person.
Brilliant. So then in terms of how important is it for the carers to ask for help, because they would also need help as well?
Yeah, definitely.
And so they feel they're not alone and the support is available.
Yes. I think quite often people focus on that person that they're caring for. So when we ask them if they need help or do they need a carer's assessment or what can we do to help them, they'll tell us that they just want to make sure that person that they're caring for is okay. But
helping to reduce their stress as well and their well-being also.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really what we look at, that well-being element of how does that carer feel, what can we do to support that person. And we know that asking for help can be really hard, picking up the phone or walking through that door, that's the hardest part, isn't it, asking for help. But actually once you do that and you can see what support is out there, a lot of carers tell us that it just absolutely is a lifeline to them.
Yeah, and asking for that support is also helping to improve the quality of their care as well.
Absolutely. We want carers to feel well, we want carers to know where to go for help. We don't want people to end up in crisis. We want them to get that support at that early stage, or when they need it, that informed choice of, I know the information and I'll ask for it when I'm ready.
So in terms of getting that carer support, where can they get it from? And you mentioned about the assessment earlier on. So what's a carer's assessment?
Yeah, so a carer's assessment sounds quite scary sometimes. You know, we say the word assessment, don't we? And I think a lot of people feel that they're going to be assessed on how they're providing that care, or what they're doing for that person, and will I be judged on that? But actually, the carer's assessment is a conversation. It's a conversation between that carer and our carers link workers that sit at that front door of adult social care. And what we'll ask you is, you know, who are you? You know, who are you as a person? What's important to you? How are you helping that person that you care for? What's going on for them?
Identifying their needs.
Identifying those needs. And what else do we need to do? So, like I said, the team sit at that front door. We work with the wider adult social care. If that cared for person needs some support, that'll be discussed as well at that point. But really the assessment is looking at who you are, what support are you providing, what are your needs, and how can we help you with that.
And they can also get some financial advice as well?
Yep, so we work really closely with people like Welfare Rights. What advisors will do is, you know, an assessment really, it's not a one size fits all. Everybody is different. As we said earlier, everybody's caring journey is completely different. So their carer's assessment, their support plan will look different. So if there's worries around financial issues, we can support at looking at that. If people want to get out and they need respite, we can support with looking at that. Whatever it is that their needs are, carers link workers will work with people from community organisations, right through to health, right through to children's and adult social care, to look at occupational therapy.
Brilliant.
What is it that family needs? Or
there's so much available.
So much out there.
You know, and you know, the Oldham Council does so many things, so many sports services available. So what else does the council offer us in terms of sport for carers?
Yep, so at the moment what we're really looking at is our carers offer. So we launched Carers Strategy last year. That was the council's 3-year commitment on how we work with carers. We'll be working with carers throughout that period to see what they want going forward. It's really important that we work with people to understand what those services are that they want and need. At this point in time, what you can get is the carers assessment and the support plan, and from there you'll put a plan together of what it is that is important to you. We have a weekly drop-in, which is like a coffee morning where you can come along, have a brew, meet other carers, get advice, information, a biscuit. So that's at the Link Centre on Union Street from 10 till 12 every Tuesday morning. You can just drop in for half an hour, or you can come for the full 2 hours. Everybody does it a little bit differently. We have Welfare Rights there on the second Tuesday of each month. So again, if you've got any queries or anything that you want to ask around benefits, entitlements, you can just pop down and see them. You don't need an appointment to see them. We offer the carers card, which is a peace of mind. So you can set up a risk plan to support that person should something happen to you. So that means it's that peace of mind for that carer who, should something happen, you get a card with a unique reference number on there. And we're looking at what other groups and courses. We're going to have something around, we've got a solicitor coming in to do things around LPAs, wills, trusts, that future planning. We're going to be working with other people across Oldham around health and wellbeing, mental health. So we've got lots of things that are
massive support, and importantly, is helping the carers to be recognised and supported.
Absolutely, yeah. And you know, you get allocated a carers link worker. So if there's anything that you want to speak to somebody about, or you need just that one-to-one support, they can offer that as well.
In terms of the South Asian carers, are there any challenges there? And how can we help to improve, if any?
Yeah, I think what I've found in my experience is that some cultures don't use the word carer, and actually it's something that you do because it's your family, and recognising yourself as a carer can be hard, and we can all do that. That can be difficult for us all. I was a carer myself for my granddad previously. I wouldn't have recognised myself as a carer, but the word carer, the term carer, in a lot of communities and different languages, it just isn't there.
So do you think looking at it as a family responsibility, is that why they don't seek help mainly?
Yeah, I think the culture is for a lot of families is that we support our families, we'll do it. There's sometimes a nervousness about approaching people like the local authority or different services, letting people in, and it's about building that trust with people and communities to say that it's not scary, we're not here to judge you, and that we need to build those relationships
but at
together.
the same time, because it's such an emotional and physical situation where a carer does need that support, and knowing where it's available, I think it's important.
Absolutely.
So creating that awareness is important amongst the community and the leaders as well.
Yes, it is. And that'll be part of my role going forward.
Excellent.
We really want to I want to get out to as many different groups and communities that I can speak to people out across Oldham about what's happening in their lives, and really listen to what is it that we need to do to support them.
There's so many things that are available that you've highlighted and you provide as well. So in terms of raising the standards of care and sort of like better support carers in Oldham, what other improvements do you think that are available or are being put in place?
So I think part of that, as I mentioned previously, is about working with communities. So really getting down to that grassroots, what is going on for people, who are the residents of Oldham, and what is it that they need in terms of carer services, what is their understanding. So some of that can be around training, so training for people, training for different services. We want to make sure that that's something that we can offer.
Early support and early communication is always the key, isn't it?
Absolutely, and things just being in GP surgeries, we want to make sure that we can maybe have a stall in a GP surgery or the local supermarket or the library, where people will be accessing just their day-to-day lives, that we can just talk to people. I think part of that is around our things like our comms, our posters, our leaflets. We need to look at those, and that's something that we're doing at the moment, and see how that can help people to understand that they and improve what we're doing.
I was at one of the network meetings, and one of the service was saying, it's not just about going to the community centres. How can we recruit more people, create a better awareness? And one of the suggestion was, if they stood at the cash and carry, they would actually get more awareness and better results. So it's trying to work across and having a better cultural understanding and how you can work with different communities.
Absolutely.
That is a great idea, and you're doing a fantastic amount of work.
Oh, thank you.
Is there anything that we missed that you could add?
Just, if people need help, I can leave my details. If people have got ideas or want me to come and speak to their community, to their group, or they just want that one-to-one conversation, or drop me an email, then they absolutely can do that. It's about improving our services for everybody across Oldham and making sure that they're accessible and that people know where the help is when the time's right for them.
Wonderful. What we'll also do is put your details at the bottom of the video, and people can contact you. Jennifer, wonderful talk to you, and you're doing a fantastic job. Caring is not easy, but it's needed, and you're doing great work to improve things and listen to people, and I'm sure we'll be able to talk more on this subject.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much for coming. So if you know anybody who's a carer, remember that support is available, and reaching out can make a real difference for you and the person you care for. Thank you very much for watching, and be sure to visit our centre as well for various diverse opportunities. God bless and take care.